Right. So the first part of your question, the Olympics obviously is 2.5 years out, which as of today with the Olympic, I think the way the criteria is laid out, it does not rule anyone out. There's no guarantee, it does not rule anyone in either, because you're competing against the world, but you're also competing against your own country. So even, for example, if you take the best Egyptian player in the world, he, as of today, the world number one might not be at the Olympics because some other Egyptian who's like 2, 3, 4 in the ranking might overtake him in the next 2 years. So the way the criteria is put out, I don't think up until 6 months leading to the Olympics, we will actually know who's going to make it because the rankings fast moves every week. The only stable part of the criteria is obviously the qualification events, which is the Continental Games, first the Asian Games, and then obviously there'll be some World Qualifier events because if you win those, you're directly in, irrespective of where your ranking fluctuates. So yeah, in a way, it's left you to the very last minute, right? The way the criteria is stuck out, anyone in the top 15 in the world today, I think, would stand the chance of sneaking into the Olympics because you'll have opportunities at Asian Games, you'll have opportunities at different world qualifying events, which would be after the players have made the Olympics for the remaining spots, right? So you don't compete against the top tier players to gain a spot. So it's a little vague in terms of where we all stand today as to guarantee spots in the Olympics. Because also sport, we've seen it in sport, like a Sanju Samson situation in the IPL, right? Horrible form, and then he's the reason why India, not the IPL, sorry, in the World Cup. He's the reason why India won the World Cup, right? So, someone could have a bad year, 2 years, in the last 6 months, if he strikes gold lead up to the Olympics, he possibly could be, which is a good thing and also a bad thing because you're just never certain about having a spot at the Olympics. In terms of my preparation, everything I do today is based around making it to the Olympics, and to make it to the Olympics, obviously the Asian Games is a big factor. So for this year, that is the big goal, to be peaking in September for the Asian Games.
One last question. You were an investor. How tough was it to balance that part? You were also a player, and now just focus on the game. So is this about following the passion that you have for the game, or is it something that you want to achieve in terms of tick boxes that you have, or probably some goals that you want to tick before
Yes. Obviously, there are goals I want to achieve, but I mean, the reason I play the sport is purely because of passion. I don't think anyone. I think sport is such an industry or a profession that people are into it because they love it. So that goes without saying. And obviously, if you do it to a certain level and you're so invested in it, there are certain things you would like to achieve while you're in the sport. So that's how I look at my years on the PSA.
And for the number of years that you spent in this sport in the country, how much do you think it has changed? How far has it come from where it was from the time you started?
Yeah. No, I think we're seeing a big change now. I mean, I've been fortunate to be part of this phase where squash has made the Olympics. I think up until squash had made the Olympics, it was pretty stagnant over the years, where it was growing but not at a rapid rate. But I think since squash has made the Olympics, the sudden growth we have seen in the sport is immense. It's something like, when I was growing up, I would never see, squash being played at the magnitude now that it is across the world. So obviously, Olympics being the biggest sporting event, if a sport cracks into that, we are going to see a bit of a push. You have corporates like JSW stepping in, having events like that, and this wouldn't have happened if squash wasn't in the Olympics.